Our next stop on the Alberta Ale Trail is Travois Ale Works here in Medicine Hat. The Highway 3 Ale Trail links some of southern Alberta's most unique craft breweries, running between Crow's Nest Pass and Medicine Hat and stopping through towns like Lethbridge and Fort Macleod. It's a journey through local flavors, with each brewery bringing its own twist to Alberta's thriving craft beer scene. As you can tell, we're not in a brewery. We're here in Red Cliff, Alberta, at a beautiful greenhouse for a very specific reason. But before we get to that, we're off to the brewery to meet with the head brewer.
I'm Brady Glubish. I'm the head brewer here at Travois Ale Works, and I'm in charge of brewing all the beer and making people happy.
For Brady, brewing is more than just a process of producing a beverage. It's about crafting connections and building a community.
Came down to Medicine Hat for the first time for my interview, so that was a sort of a crash course introduction to the community. Really loved the building when I came down and loved the feel and the vibe. What's made me stick around really is that community itself. I came down here not knowing anybody, didn't have a single friend or family member in the whole city, so yeah. I've made a ton of friends and have a really good community now that I can sort of call my own.
Let's get back to the greenhouse. We're here to pick our ingredients with Chef Jordan and to learn a little bit more about what drives him.
I think for me it's the herbs. You like the basil, the rosemary.
Yeah.
It's all beautiful.
You can smell it. It's starting to kind of excite the senses. What's going through your mind? What do you start to think about?
Instantly started thinking, how can I introduce this into my dish? Obviously, it looks beautiful, it looks great, I want to put this on the plate. Growing up, my grandparents have a ranch in South Saskatchewan, and so it was always being around the cattle, and obviously being around just fresh food, having that on the table every single night. Every time the whole family got together for a meal and just you shared experiences and just got to be together. Everyone was just cooking, so it was kind of everybody hops in. So I think that's where that love comes from, and it just, that stokes that love for food and just being around the moment.
It's clear to see that community and drawing people together are important to both Brady and Jordan, so they decided to combine their passions.
It all started when we met Jordan, and we're trying to find a way we could work with Jordan through the brewery and in some capacity, letting Jordan use his creative instincts and make a 3 or 4 course dinner for us, and then combining that with our beer here. When you're designing a good meal, there's certain flavor characteristics or mouthfeel and aroma and sort of things that you want to touch on, and it's exactly the same with beer.
Every time I make these menus, it's always an idea that I had years ago, or I see something and I'm like, oh, that looks so good. I wonder if I could skew it and change it and make it my own, to take my ideas, put it on the plate and have somebody say, oh my God, why does this work so well? Yeah. And walk out extremely happy.
What we've seen is it's bringing a lot of new people in through the door, and as it's sort of gone on and grown, it's become immensely popular, and it's a tough night to get a ticket to.
I think there's always that moment of oh wow, they've all bought tickets to come eat my food. But it's even better once all the food is out and they're all just talking and they're just looking down at their plates, and you can see the smiles and you just see they're having a good time. It just feels really great to bring them together.
We set out on the Alberta Ale Trail with the goal to discover some of Alberta's best beer. And we found that, and so much more. We've discovered a rich community that's been drawn together by incredible food and amazing beer that have been paired together. Chef Jordan, Master Brewer Brady, and a community that is enjoying the finer things of life as they slow down to take in these moments together. The truth is, though, we're just getting started. We're on to our next stop in Lethbridge. I hope you follow along as we continue to explore the Alberta Ale Trail.